Orders are in, and Picatinny Arsenal is next on your stop. Whether you're active military or a civilian working on base, this is going to be the perfect video for you to understand what is happening around Picatinny Arsenal so you can make a smooth move to the northern New Jersey area. My name's Shawn McEnteer. I'm the team leader of the Living in North Jersey real estate team. I'm getting phone calls, texts, emails every single day from people just like you looking to make their move to northern New Jersey. So whether you're looking to make a move in 9 days or 90 days, it doesn't make a difference. Reach out so we can have that conversation and I can make that move smooth for you to the Garden State. Today's video is a special one, mainly because I've got a lot of active member military people in my family, and I'm a strong supporter of the military. And if you are too, why don't you drop a comment below and say, thank you, US military, because today we're gonna be talking about Picatinny Arsenal, which is a military base that is 40 miles west of New York City and about 40 minutes east of the Pennsylvania border. Really cool that we're going to chat about this facility because there's a lot going on there that has a lot to help the United States military. So this is a very, very crucial base, and there's a lot of civilians that actually work on site and military members, which is cool. So we're going to be talking about all that today and learning a little bit more about what is happening around the base, so you know the areas that are going to work for where you want to be when you're not working on base. First things first, how do you get to Picatinny Arsenal? Well, if you're coming in via plane, you're more than likely going to want to look into Newark Liberty International Airport. That's going to be about 40 minutes east of Picatinny Arsenal, and that's going to be your easiest airport for access. There's plenty of other airports around the greater New York City area, but Newark tends to be the easiest because it's in New Jersey. It's on obviously the New Jersey side of the Hudson River, and that will be your simplest solution. In terms of driving to Picatinny, we're going to be off Route 80, which is the major highway that stretches across the United States. So it's a pretty big highway. But in New Jersey, Route 80 goes from Pennsylvania to New York City, and Picatinny is right off Route 80 on a highway called Route 15. So very, very easy to get to in that capacity. And Route 80 has many lanes, so it's not a small little highway. So there, you get some traffic, but it's not too bad depending on when you're going. Speaking of highways, something notable about Picatinny that you should know is it's on the outside of the Route 287 loop that goes around New York City. 287 is an important highway because it completely circles the greater New York City area. So when you're inside the 287 corridor, tends to be a little bit more populated. When you're outside of 287, it gets a little bit more rural. So that's key note here, is that Picatinny is outside of 287, which is awesome. You're gonna find out why in a little bit. Picatinny itself is about 6,500 acres of land, and it's known for developing weapons, testing weapons, manufacturing in the early 1900s. Now it's really meant for the engineering side of things to help our US military out. So there are a lot of civilians on base and active military members as well. Located in northwest New Jersey, Picatinny is a 40-minute drive from the Pennsylvania border, so you get access to the beauty, tranquility of the Poconos, the Delaware River, amazing place for going boating, hiking, all that kind of stuff. A really great time for, especially for a short little weekend getaway or a daycation. My family, with my wife and kids, we love going to the Pocono region just for some outdoor time. We do little mini daycations there all the time, do the hiking in, and amazing scenery. So you're very close proximity to that. And then on the other side of things, you are extremely close to New York City, which you probably don't need to know a little bit more about New York City. I'm sure you've heard of it before, but it is a very, very populated area with just about everything to do. So you have the best of both worlds when at Picatinny, which is really, really great because, it's going to cater to everyone. Not to mention, you're about an hour from the Jersey Shore, which is awesome because you get the boardwalks, you get the beach life, you get all that kind of stuff. So you really get access to every single aspect of living life in the United States here at Picatinny, from the woods to amazing metropolitans to the Jersey Shore. Why is it so awesome being outside of the 287 corridor? Well, that's going to give you a lot more flexibility. While the bulk of traffic, it tends to be traveling towards New York City for commuting and all that kind of stuff, and the population tends to be much larger the closer you get to the city. If you're outside of 287, you get the option of being maybe in a little more country style living, or maybe if you want to be in a more populated area, you still have access to that. So Picatinny's location is ideal for finding whatever needs that you want, and that is what's special about the location here at Picatinny. So if you're looking for more population, you can go to towns like Denville, Morris Plains, Morristown, and you're gonna find all that. So I've got videos on all those towns, by the way, so feel free to take a look in the description below and you'll see links to those towns. If you want to go a little further west or up, maybe let's say north on Route 15 or west on Route 80, you're going to find towns that are spread out a little bit more, a lot more country style living. So you're going to be able to pick wherever you want to be, whatever type of lifestyle you want to live. Picatinny has it all, and you're not going to have to worry about going very far away or going, for example, if you were to work in New York City and you wanted to have that country style living, you do have to travel to get that because of how populated everything is within side of 287. So you're going to have proximity to whatever it is that you're looking for in your type of living. Living in and around the Picatinny area is going to be great, and I'm going to let you know why, because Picatinny itself is about 2-mile drive from your local Costco. Can't beat that, and Costco is my favorite store, so you'll be very, very close to the Costco, which is great for if you're leaving work or whatever it is, you want to just go to Costco and grab your family essentials or whatnot. Maybe you're not a fan of Costco. All right, it happens. But the Rockaway Mall is right there as well. We're gonna have all your shops. You're gonna have the Walmart, you're gonna have the Home Depot, the Best Buy, all very, very close to Picatinny, and that includes your restaurants, your Five Guys, the Panera Bread, the Chipotle, everything like that. And then you have your Cheesecake Factory, Olive Garden, and then a lot of specialized restaurants around the area as well in the neighboring towns. Things to do in the area. Well, that's what's so great about this Picatinny location is there is endless amounts of everything to do. You can go to New York City for the day, which is so easy to get into, whether you want to take the train in, drive in, take a bus. There's so many ways of getting into the city. But look, the city is the city. Maybe that's not your vibe, or maybe you did it once and you're like, okay, that's a lot. I don't want to do this every day. But there's plenty of things to do around Picatinny. One of them would be Morristown, which is an amazing little town that has restaurants. It has history. George Washington was stationed there in the winter, so you may have heard about him in your history books, but Morristown was a significant location for George Washington, which was pretty cool. But you have all that going on, and then maybe if you want to go a little bit further west into nature again, we got things like Lake Pacon, which is the largest lake in New Jersey, just a 15-minute drive from Picatinny's main gate. So very, very easy to get to. You can do your boating, you can do your water sports, all that kind of stuff. But Lake Pacon is right around the corner. If you want to keep going further up Route 15, that's the highway that Lake Pacon's off of, you can go to little smaller lake called Lake Mohawk, which is in Sparta, which is another great town you're going to want to take a look into because it's got nice separation. Homes are not on top of each other. Beautiful town, a lot of great restaurants. If you want to have a nice downtown, you might want to check out the Hackettstown area, because I'll let you know that there's some very, very good breweries. There's some very good restaurants in Hackettstown. There is a local college in town, Centenary University, and then there's a lot going on there, and you're very close proximity to Picatinny, probably about 20 minutes or so to the Hackettstown area. A town that is super important if you have children is Rockaway, and the reason for that is any active military that's living on base, their kids will go to the Morris Hills Regional School District, particularly Morris Knolls. and Rockaway goes to Morris Knolls as well. But beware, Rockaway also goes to Morris Hills. It's a very large town. There's 2 high schools. So you want to make sure that you know which region of town goes to which high school. If you have questions on that, feel free to reach out. I'll be able to assist. But that's very important if you want your kids going to the same school as maybe some of the other family members on base. And that tends to be Morris Knolls, which is in Rockaway, New Jersey. All right, you're desperate for a new construction or new build type home, and not the easiest to find in northern New Jersey because we are on top of one another. Lots of condos, and maybe that's not your vibe, but there are markets that are close to Picatinny that you can access, like a place like Mount Olive, where the Toll Brothers are building new homes every single year. Mount Olive is about a 20-minute drive away, very close off of Route 80. You get off there on the 46 exit, and that goes to the Bud Lake region of Mount Olive, and there are homes all over the place being built. So if you need new construction, that might be a town that you're going to want to take a look at. There is a lot more to talk about. This is just a little bit of what's happening in the Picatinny area. So that move can be smooth for you. Make sure to book a call. I am here to help and answer all your questions regarding northern New Jersey and your move to Picatinny. And so you don't miss a beat out on future videos, make sure you click subscribe so you can be the first to know about them.